Laser ILLSUION. A magic trick called laser illusion is often used in magic shows and is an impressive visual effect using a laser beam. This trick is based on a play of light and shadows that creates the illusion of magical movement of objects. The technique may vary from performer to performer, but the basic idea is to carefully control the movement of the laser beam and the objects that reflect it. Usually, mirrors, transparent or translucent materials are used, which can be moving or static. When the laser beam is directed at objects or surfaces at an angle, its light can be reflected or scattered, creating impressive effects. The speed of the laser beam, its precision, and the dexterity of the performer allow you to create a variety of images, shapes, and illusions that amaze the audience. Bullet catch. Bullet catch is one of the most dangerous and famous magic tricks in which the magician is put at great risk by appearing to catch a bullet that is fired at him. This trick is considered to be one of the most dangerous, as the magician is actually at risk of injury or even death. In the classic performance of the trick, the magician uses real pistol shooting. A loaded pistol is handed to him, and usually by holding his breath and giving a command, he captures a bullet flying in his direction. At this point, prepared magical or technical devices are used to create the illusion that the bullet has been captured. There are several ways to perform this trick, including the use of assistants, covert devices, or even a substitute shooting. Pan. Pan is a classic magic trick in which a magician shows an empty frying pan, which he then closes with a lid. After that, when the magician opens the lid, the inside of the pan appears to be filled with pigeons or other small animals. The way to perform this trick is to use a specially prepared frying pan that has certain secret compartments or reservoirs where the pigeons or other animals are hidden. The magician skillfully manages the process of opening and closing the lid to hide or show these compartments, giving the impression that the pigeons appear instantly. Miser's Dream. Miser's Dream is a classic magic trick in which a magician seems to magically pull coins out of thin air or from the stairwells of a cellar that he has previously chosen. This trick is known for its ease of performance and amazing effect on the audience. The technique of performing the paltry dream trick involves the use of a specially prepared manipulation technique that allows the magician to hide coins under his fingers, in his palms, or in other hidden places. This may include the use of grabbing coins from a ready-made duvet cover hiding place, magic compartments in specially prepared ampoules, or even special pockets or secret pockets in the magician's clothing. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is a fascinating magic trick that amazes the audience with its dynamics and mystery. This trick is usually performed by two performers who quickly change their places in a closed chest or container, giving the impression of instant transformation. The trick is based on quick and smooth coordination between the two performers. Usually one of them, usually the magician, enters the container or chest, which is then closed. Then, with the help of a moving wall or other device that hides the moment when the performer moves from one place to another, the partner quickly appears in the place where the magician was before. This process is repeated several times, giving the impression of an instantaneous change of places. Performing this trick requires a lot of synchronization and secret practice from the performers to ensure a smooth and invisible transformation. Floating match on card. Floating match on a card is a fascinating magic trick that amazes the audience with its lightness and supernatural effect. In this trick, the magician takes an ordinary card and holds a burnt match to it, which magically begins to float in the air without any visible means of support. The technique of this trick is to use a special treatment of the card or thread that makes it invisible or almost invisible to the audience. When the match is brought close to the card, the magician uses this treatment to create the impression that the match is floating in midair. This can be achieved by hiding the thread in a special pocket of the card or by using invisible support devices. An important part of performing this trick is the magician's ability to control the movement of the match and the card so as to create the impression of light and smooth floating. 3-card MONTE. The 3-card MONTE is a famous magic trick based on deception and rapid card movement. In this trick, the magician shows the audience 3 cards, usually one card with a distinctive back, e.g., a red or black image, called the Queen, and 2 regular cards. The spectators need to guess where the Queen is, and then the cards are thoroughly shuffled. The spectators need to guess where the Queen is, and then the cards are thoroughly mixed. The technique of this trick involves the use of fast and skillful hands of a magician who skillfully moves the cards and performs fraudulent manipulations to hide or change the place of the cards. Usually, the cards are arranged in such a way that the Queen looks more attractive or manipulated with fake movements such as blitz move or crab. Table of ODEATH. The Table of Death is an impressive but very dangerous magic trick that requires courage and a high level of skill. In this trick, the magician lies down on a table, which usually has sharp spikes or even saws on the surface. Then another performer, or assistant, lifts the table, placing it on his shoulders, and wields impressive objects such as a hammer or knives over it. The technique of performing this trick involves a high level of preparation and a controlled situation. The table may have hidden safety mechanisms that allow the magician to lie on it without risking serious injury. However, the performer still has to face a real risk, and if something goes wrong, the consequences can be serious. Levitating. Levitation is one of the most impressive magic tricks that gives the impression that an object or even a person is doing the impossible, rising in the air without any visible support. This trick can be performed in various variations and depends on the ingenuity of the magician and his equipment. The technique of levitation may include the use of various magic devices and effects. One possibility is the use of special devices that are hidden under clothing or in other places that allow the magician to stand or sit in the air. Other options include the use of optical illusions or magnetic fields that create the impression of levitation. Head drop trick. The head drop trick is a magic trick that creates the impression that a person's head is separated from the body and falls. This trick is a classic example of magic and illusionism that engages the audience and leaves them in a state of awe. The technique usually involves the use of special props, such as a fake head or optical illusions that create the impression of a head separation from the body. This trick can be performed in a variety of ways, such as using a secret mechanism that allows the performer to hide the real head or using special equipment that creates the illusion of separation. Scotch and soda. Scotch and soda is a popular magic trick that uses 2 specially prepared coins, one regular coin and one that has a special design or device inside. This special coin usually has a denomination that is different from the regular coin, such as $1.50. The technique of the trick is quite simple. The magician shows the spectator both coins and then hides one of them in his palm, under a cup, or in another hidden place. After that, the magician performs a series of manipulations with the stored coin, which creates the impression that the coin magically disappears or changes. In some cases, the magician may even allow the spectator to check the coin to confirm that it does not have any special devices. Statue. The statue trick is a magic illusion in which the magician becomes a living statue, freezes in a pose or moves only under certain conditions, or a command from the audience or an assistant. This trick is often used by street art magicians or during exhibition performances to engage and entertain the audience.